Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood ninja cone. Welcome to today's video. Today I've got something different, something I haven't done in a while. Some of you, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you might remember my Forza Versus challenge I did on Forza Motorsport 6, I think, where I pitted two cars against each other. As you saw, we are at Mount Panorama, the home of the V8 Supercars and Bathurst, and where the lifelong rivalry between Ford and Holden has been taking place every year. Mainly, I say mainly because I don't know if there's been any other models, but mainly with the Falcon and the Commodore. So today I'm not going to do the V8 Supercars themselves, I'm going to do the stock versions of their cars, and I was going to do like the last model of the Falcon and the last model of the Commodore, but because Forza doesn't have the Commodore's last model, I had to do the closest one I had. So today's one's going to be FPV versus HSV, which is the respective companies' Ford and Holden's performance lines. Hopefully, for my sake, the Falcon wins, because my wife and her family are Ford fanatics. I don't care. I like cars, I like racing. I'm gonna race some cars, and whichever one wins, wins. And I'm gonna post a video regardless. Whether I live after it is posted is up for debate. Let's get into it. I'm doing the Falcon first. Now, just a word of warning, I have not done any racing in quite a while, so hopefully it goes alright. And like I said, these are both stock models of the vehicles. And I've got simulation damage on, so that will give me a decent indicator as well. So if I hit a wall, it will affect the race. Ooh. The speed, the power, the corner coming up. I really don't know what to say. So let's just keep doing this. This is gonna be really interesting, because I've known to get really cocky when I'm going around a freaking racetrack. Well, and these are both vehicles I have not driven in this game yet, so both of them are going to handle slightly differently. They are both the same spec, so that shouldn't be a factor. They're both like Class B or something, which is very fair because it's a Ford versus Holden race, so it's going to be very close, I think, anyway. I could be wrong, but generally, when racing in the same spec, it is roughly the same. Jesus. I mean, it would be really nice to take both a Commodore and a Falcon to a racetrack to do this in real life, but one, I would not have the money to do this. B, I think me even stepping foot into a Commodore to try and beat a lap time of a Falcon would potentially be the cause for divorce or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much she was joking, but she threatened divorce when I talked about hypothetically getting a Commodore. Like, if I were ever to upgrade vehicles, because I've currently got a Focus, which is, the Focus is alright, it's just a wee bit small for our family, because we've got 3 kids, 5 and under, and yeah, when they're older, we could probably fit all 5 of us into my car, but currently the car seats are too big for it. It's really cramped, and it's really annoying because one of the kids have a really tall car seat, and it's really difficult to see out my rearview mirror, especially when I'm reversing, because I look back and all I see is a freaking car seat in my way. But like I said, I just spoke in hypotheticals, and I assume she did as well. She says she wasn't joking, but we'll see. I'm not saying I'm getting a Commodore, by the way. I'm just bringing up random information just for the sake of it, and I really don't know what else to say. Jesus. Jeez, I give the race car drivers that drive this track credit, because this is a very, it feels like a very difficult track, mainly because I'm out of practice, I think. Although so far I haven't had any real big cock-ups. Like, I thought I lost traction. I have spun the rear wheels out of it, but what I mean is I thought I was going to hit a wall potentially, but I don't know. But obviously it'd be a lot different to race in real life versus in like Forza, because one, I'm using a controller, whereas they'd have a steering wheel, and their view of the track would be a lot better than mine right now, potentially. I am using the in-game camera. You guys won't see it though, because I like using the replay for this type of video, just because I think it'd be, I don't know, a lot nicer looking. Right, so we're nearly done on the second lap. Busy, Angie, I can't really pause this. She's just messaged me saying Alia's broken up. Don't want to pause it. Finished this race. Might be able to play in time. Do not text and drive. But and I ran out of straight. There we go, there's the first hit of the wall. I saw that one coming. Yep, saw that one coming. Jesus. That was not how I planned for that to go. Right, I'm on the straight. Hang. I'm on the grass. Not good, not good, not good. Ah, shit. Like I said, don't text and drive. That did not sound good at all. Done. Okay, 2 minutes 50. Right, here comes the Holden in to try and beat the Ford's time of 2 minutes 50 seconds, 55 milliseconds. Why is it so dark? I don't think it's going to rain on this one. If it rains on this one, I have to change it. This might actually put the Commodore at a substantial disadvantage. And darker. Ooh, Jesus. And some people may say that this is an unfair race because I've already driven the track in the Falcon, so it means that I'll be better at it in the Holden. But they fail to realise that this is the first time I've driven both of these cars, so the handling is going to be very much different, and I'll need to adapt to that. So it's going to be a fair race, no matter what. Sort of like, I don't know if anyone else who plays Forza can relate, but using the open wheel like Formula 1, Formula E, and the old like Ripco Brabham vehicles on any course, you can't just accelerate from the get-go, otherwise the wheels will spin. You have to gently attune yourself to its acceleration and handling and shit. Well, this is what I gotta do right here. It's harder than it looks. These vehicles are both nice sounding cars. There we go, there we go. There's that handling difference. Up for show. As I was saying, these are two very nice handling cars, and I mean, like I said, I don't have a preference in Holden versus Commodore. My wife does, but that's the family she grew up in. In my opinion, the rivalry between Ford and Holden is overplayed quite a lot in New Zealand. I don't know about Australia, it probably was there too, but the rivalry was very intense, and when you see cars like these all the time, over and over again, I don't know if anyone else does, probably the Ford and Holden fanatics didn't, but me being I want to say bipartisan is the right word, like someone who doesn't have a side. Yeah, I think that's the right word, bipartisan. You sort of get sick of seeing it and hearing about it. Like, I remember one year I got a V8 Supercars shirt. I don't remember what the year was. I know I was young, and I wore it on Christmas Day that year. And my uncles go Ford or Holden. That was one of the years that Nissan was in it. I don't know if Nissan had always been in V8 Supercars, but... oh wait, Nissan. And the main reason I picked that, well, there's a couple different reasons I picked it. One of them being that back then we had the family had a Nissan Pathfinder truck, and that was our go-to vehicle. That was what Mum always drove. And actually, I think we also had the Nissan Safari at the same time, which was a short wheelbase vehicle. And I think that's what I don't understand about some people. They'll pick their cars based on what they've grown up with. Like, for example, my wife. She grew up with Falcons. So what does she want to get when she's paid off her current car? A Falcon. Me, what did my family grow up with? Well, I grew up with my mum and dad both driving trucks. What did I get? Definitely not a truck. Like, yes, I learnt to drive in that Safari, but I got a car. My first car that I actually owned was a 96 Toyota Celica, or Celica, depending on how you want to do it. Seriously? How have I not adapted to the handling? Maybe because I'm distracted, but anyway. Jesus, I was nearly the tires again. Anyway, the first vehicle I owned was a Toyota Celica. 96 model, so 5th generation. That didn't last long because it was a lemon when it got sold to me. It had a cracked cylinder head, and that was its downfall. And I had to basically, I think a couple of weeks after I got it, I ended up buying a 2006 Honda Accord, another sedan. It was actually I think it was the 6th generation as well. And I had that for a good couple of years. That was a really nice car to drive in. And then once I met my wife and we were doing a lot of driving, I decided to make the engine size lower, just so it could be a little bit more fuel economic. So I ended up going to a Ford Focus, as I said. I think I've mentioned that before. And I do enjoy driving trucks as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to driving a truck. It didn't suit my needs. Like my brother, he's got a truck, but he goes hunting, he goes skiing, snowboarding, he does a bit of off-roading. So he's got a use for a truck. I don't have a use for a truck. But anyway, let's get back to the race because somehow I don't know. Generally by now I'd have a decent basis on who the winning vehicle would be. I don't know, it's close. I hit that last corner in the last lap with the tyres as well as the one before it. So it could be very close, this race. Will it be the HSV or the FPV that wins? I am literally answering the Australian-New Zealand question of generations. Ford versus Holden. And I'm going to say, I don't know. Because I don't know. Different vehicle to drive. I have to admit that. And yes, there is a year difference in these vehicles. I think this is a 2009. If I am wrong, I will correct that on the screen. But yeah, there is a lap difference. Okay. 2:48. Interesting. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. I thought that would have the running into the tires twice, might I add on that. One would be the downfall of this, but I don't know. So here's the deal. Yes, the Holden was the fastest in the Bathurst race, but what I am going to do is we're going to use the experimental drag thing. We're going to have one last sort of a race. We're going to do a drag. And just to decide who the final winner is, because I know that if I only do one race and say Holden won, a lot of people might say it's a fluke. Others might say it just proves that Holden's better. We're gonna be scientific. We're gonna do a drag. Start in the Commodore, because we started in the Falcon last time, just to be fair. And obviously whoever has the fastest drag wins in this round. Ooh, pressing Lotus. We're off to a good start. We're losing to the Lotus, but we'll see. Okay, 1374. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, and this time we're versing a Beamer. I think it's a Beamer. Let's see. Off to a pretty good start in this as well. But we'll see what happens. Also, in the comments, tell me what interior of which car you like better. 1396. And I had a quicker reaction time. That one. So that, I can't get much more scientific than that. The Holden wins the Forza Ford versus Holden. So, that's just how it is, I guess. Right, as you can see, both vehicles did the 3 laps around the Bathurst track, Mount Panorama, and they also did I think it said it was a quarter-mile drag. And the Holden won both of them. So by the scientific method, that means that the Holden is the victor of this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, and if you enjoyed my content, want to see more of it, subscribe. Why not? It's free. It doesn't actually hurt you to subscribe, does it? And if you want to stay up to date on when I upload videos, remember there is a bell icon. It'll notify you whenever I go, not when I go live, whenever I post new content onto the channel. Remember, the universe has a wonderful sense of humor. The trick is learning how to take a joke. Never ever regret yourself, and have fun. Peace.